Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Noah Pike of Milford Football. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Casey?
Doing well. So, how's the off season going? This is really kind of the last week of 7-on-7s, really the last week of the summer program, and how's it been going?
It's been nice transitioning back into football and getting to be together with all the guys again and starting to work together and create bonds.
Yeah. So I know there's a lot of I know you lost a lot of guys, but there's a lot of there's a lot of faces that are gonna have to fill in, and plus a lot of returners as well for this team. How are things going for in that area? A lot of new faces and maybe a lot of new places.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough to lose your good seniors. You have Owen, Landon, Ike, and Caden, but there's always the next guy up. So now we're all working to create the bonds that we lost with the seniors from last year, and now we're just working to gel back together again and fill places.
And of course also some new faces on the coaching staff as well. What's that been like? Because I know you've gotten to work with a few of them.
Yeah, it's really nice. Coach McMillan has tons of years of experience coaching from Heartland and Coach Stevenson coming with them, good friends, and now he's working with our tight ends and Coach McMillan all over the offense. It's nice to have them and a new fresh perspective.
Yeah, for sure. How have you kind of just grown as a player just over this past summer?
Um, I think we've grown a lot. Been able to play more on the offensive side of the ball and taking more of a two-way role than I did last year. And now I get to play again with guys like JT that I've got to play with my whole life that I didn't see as much last year, playing mostly on the defensive side of the ball.
So what has it been like just to get used to everything? I know obviously a lot of changes on the offense, but you mentioned you still have JT is still at quarterback. What's that like to still have him around?
It's always great to have JT. You know, he's a phenomenal athlete. Get the ball in his hands, and he's going to go make plays. And wherever we put him, we know that he's going to do good things with the ball. So it's nice having that outlet to our offense, knowing he's there.
Yeah. So I know this year, all the stuff that you guys have been able to do, and as this program continues, just to keep improving every year, another solid season, getting the big win against Lakeland week 9, and then making the playoffs again. What has it been like this year? And now that if I'm not mistaken, are you a senior?
Yes.
So this is actually this is Coach Mikevich's first 4-year class, and that's a big deal for a coach because now they have seen the program through. What's
Yeah.
it like just to kind of see how this program has kind of done since he's taken over as head coach?
I mean, there's been like a huge culture shift, and even that's led into like a winning shift. I mean, since Mikovich has been here, we've made the playoffs every year, and now we're kind of focused on taking the next step to make a run into playoffs or make a deep run and win some games there.
Yeah. So really just going into this year, I know it's going to be tough with an ever-changing storyline in the Lakes Valley Conference. I know you're not going to have to deal with this in the next couple years, but lots of storylines with the conference. With this year with Kettering and Mott. Last time that Milford's going to be playing them, unless it's outside of a non-conference, if they play non-conference in the next few years. But the swan song for the Waterford schools in the Lakes Valley Conference, and some new schools coming in.
Yeah. I think we all want to take advantage. It's like you said our last time playing Mott and Kettering outside of non-conferences, and we want to continue to win those games like we always do and end our matchups with them on a high note.
Yeah, for sure. And then of course coming in, to this year, you're a senior. Is it hard to believe that you're a senior?
It's came by pretty fast. It feels like not that long ago, Coach Mikovich is texting us 300 days till our first week, and now it's what, less than a month, and it kind of came by fast, but we're ready for it, and it's our last ride, so make the most out of it.
Yeah. What? Okay, I gotta ask you, what's your favorite what has been your favorite moment from playing football at Milford?
Probably, hmm, interception at the end of the South Line East game was cool to end the game like that and have the whole crowd cheering and just to seal the game when they're coming down to drive late, maybe
Yeah.
make it close.
So, um, and just overall, like, these now, what are these next few weeks going to be just like for you personally? I know that obviously, and I know there's a lot of teams that you can still do conditioning and all that other fun stuff next week. Has 7-on-7s wrap up this week. What's the next few weeks going to be like for you as we get going on the 11th?
It's pretty much just like recovering, keeping my body fresh, and then locking in for August 11th. And once August 11th, it says, it's like full blow, like it's football time. So just getting ready for that mentally and physically.
Well, it was football time a few weeks ago, and then I just decided to, once I got these interviews started, that's when the season really, really starts. So,
Yeah.
uh, all right, let's get to know you a little bit, Noah. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, what? Okay, let's say you're before a game. What's Noah listening to?
Ooh, there's probably going to be, well, we got the big speaker before games, but probably
I've
some,
seen it. I've seen the I've seen the okay, so if you haven't been to Milford, there is a shed that everybody gathers in before you guys take the field for warm-ups, and there's always stuff blaring going on over there. So
yeah.
what's the
If you come by, you'll always hear like first day out, dreams and nightmares,
yeah,
crazy stories, something like that. You always know those will be going, getting us pumped up.
for sure. Okay, outside of school, outside of football, outside of sports, what do you like to do?
I like being out on the water, going up north, going out on friends' boats, just being on the water, surfing, tubing, fishing, whatever it is.
I mean, you're in the perfect place. I mean, you're in around White Lake, so
Yep.
it's always a fun part of the state to go visit too. I mean,
Yeah.
anytime we get to go there. What is do you have a favorite player growing up? This could be any sport, like football, baseball, basketball, hockey, whatever.
Ooh. Growing up, used to live in Indiana, I always looked up to Peyton Manning and being a quarterback, like growing up in youth football. I always liked looking up to him. And when I got to go to his games, that was always really cool.
Now, you're from Indiana?
I lived there for a little before I moved to Michigan.
Okay. All right. So Lions fan, Colts fan?
Lions,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, you kind of have to be one here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally, what's an interesting fact people do not know about you?
Hmm. Interesting fact. I feel like most people, I mean, going off the last question, most people don't know I've lived in four different states, which is Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and Arizona.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people get to say that. How long have you been in Michigan?
Now we've been in Michigan since probably I was about in kindergarten.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, Noah, thank you so much for the time as always. Best of luck this season, and we'll maybe have you on again sometime.
Thank you for having me.